Okay, so if I add this and I rename that and... Oh, hey, hi. I was not expecting you to be here. I'm not doing anything particularly interesting right now. Just going over my plans for this year, and seeing as this year is almost over, I really have not done a lot, have I? Since you're here, would you like to hear me ramble about some things? Okay, thanks for sticking around. I'll play some games and put some music on in the background so you do not get as bored. Before you say anything, I just wanted to let everyone know that this video is very low effort. And by low effort, I mean my definition of low effort. If I have a cool idea, I'm going to implement it, but if it takes too much time and effort, I'm going to save it for something more important. I'm making this video partially because I just got done with 2 big video essays, and there are a lot of stuff happened this year. 2025 has been very eventful, mostly for the worse, but some good things have happened this year, and I wanted to make a video just rambling about it, and I am going to do it in as little takes as possible. So, you're gonna get some very incoherent, esoteric rambling from me, if you're into that stuff. I know 2025 has been a horrible year for a lot of people, including my friends, and if you're watching this video around the time of it being uploaded, please feel free to share your experiences, both positive and negative. I want to know purely out of morbid curiosity. Right now, it seems like the US, the UK, and the EU are in a competition of who can have the best managed decline, and it looks like the UK is gonna win. America became the very thing it accused Russia of being, and the Chinese century is here. A lot of other stuff happened in regards to world politics, but most of it is stuff you guys probably already know about. This year, I got a brand new-ish car, and I didn't just get it because I didn't want to die in the summer heat because of the lack of air conditioning. I got it because I wanted to eventually escape the place that I'm living at. In order to do that, though, I need money. I also need to get a second job. I filled out a bunch of job applications over the past few months, and I have not gotten any tangible responses. The job market right now sucks so much. I know it's because of tariffs, and I know it's because of AI being used to replace workers, and I know that a lot of companies right now do not have any faith in the US, and I don't blame them. But that's just IRL stuff. Online, it isn't any better. The United States and the United Kingdom have passed new internet censorship laws, and these laws are being adopted in many different parts of the world right now. These laws were passed under the pretense of protecting children, but we all know that's not true. The United States and the United Kingdom do not care about children. They only care about control. These laws severely affect people like me, small content creators, because the algorithm is already slighted against us. And now, it's even worse. I will say though, I was partially wrong in my YouTube video essay about the audience and the algorithm's relationship. I gave YouTube way too much benefit of the doubt when it came to how they curate their site for the average viewer. As much as I f***ing hate normies, YouTube as a company is really bad. They are bad despite all the good, amazing content and individuals on the platform, making it a better place for people who care. I might upload my content on alternative platforms. I have had a few sleepless nights thinking about how all my hard work could be deleted for committing the crime of not being on the right side of history at that current time. So yeah, if you're wondering what I'm going to be doing from this point forward in regards to YouTube and just the broader internet's changes towards a more authoritarian censorship style, I'm not gonna change, not at all. Ultimately, I'm still going to make what I want to make the way I want to make it, and unless they actively try to stop me, I'm not going to stop anytime soon. Yeah, I get that too. The mindset, not the anxiety. I'm so used to it that it does me no harm. But it means that there's nobody, for the most part, who wants to listen. Anytime I start talking about that kind of stuff in VCs, the people I'm talking to will shift away from it. And I get it. After I uploaded the cringe culture video essay, I took a week-long break from YouTube and most social media in general. The reason why I did this was I was trying to avoid spoilers for an upcoming game that I had really been looking forward to. That game being Little Nightmares 3. I live streamed the game for most of my online friends, sharing my genuine thoughts, feelings, and experiences at the time. And I walked away from the game with a lot on my mind. I'm still thinking about a lot of it, but I'm gonna save my genuine thoughts for the Little Nightmares retrospective that I will eventually make. However, something happened a few days before that genuinely frustrated me. A few days before I played the game, because I had a 7-hour work shift on the day the game released, my brother decided that because streamers and people who pre-ordered the game get it a few hours early, rather than watching me play the game that was right there in the room that we both live in, he decided to watch a streamer instead. A streamer he was parasocially attached to. And unfortunately, he was not the only one who did this. Lots of people I noticed were checking out Little Nightmares 3 vicariously without actually experiencing the game for themselves. This is nothing new. Let's Plays have been going on since the early 2000s, and I used to watch those kinds of videos as well. When I was little, I watched no commentary Let's Plays because I couldn't actually afford the games that I wanted to play. But nowadays, now that I have the ability to buy and play those games, I gotta tell you, the first-hand experience, completely blind, playing almost any video game, is a feeling that you cannot compare to any Let's Play or playthrough or vicarious experience that you could get online. And that is why I think if you choose a third-person vicarious experience over a first-hand personal one, you are doing yourself a disservice. I can only call people losers so many times and it would be believable. The art we experience leaves a genuine impact on us, and by taking that experience, by muffling it or putting it in a different perspective, the impact changes. Not to get too pretentious or didactic, this is still a rambling video, but it's just something I wanted to get off my chest. I do think that parasocial investment has genuinely gotten out of hand, and while I don't think it will be the death of art and media literacy as a whole, it's definitely going to put a nail in its coffin. To be honest, I don't know where to begin. I mean, the game is good. It's not perfect. It's got a few flaws that I'm not sure if anybody noticed, but it definitely gave me an experience I'm not going to easily forget, and it has given me a lot to think about when I eventually work on my retrospective. What did you think about it after playing it for the first time? When it comes to music this year, I'm very satisfied. I follow hundreds of artists, so I am never starved for new releases, but at the same time, I also started collecting CDs of legacy albums. I got Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites Physically, the first music album that actually influenced me in the direction of electronic music. I got a few other EDM albums, but I also got some rock albums. A friend of mine introduced me to My Chemical Romance, so I got their Black Parade album, and it's awesome. I also got to listen to Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory, unironically, for the first time, and yeah, I understand why people liked that stuff back in the day, and I'm not gonna lie, sounds way better than Imagine Dragons or Fall Out Boy or whatever commercial rock exists right now. It does suck. The music genre with the best PR run gets cannibalized by pop and country. a fate worse than death. Lately, I have been getting into the habit of drawing more. I draw on paper with pencil and pen. My art does suck compared to my friends and peers who are very good at it, but I still enjoy doing it. I also recently read a book this year, The Fire Next Time by James Baldwin. I very much recommend it. Originally, I was only reading it to get specific information for a video essay that I'm making next year, but I decided to read the whole thing, and it's great. I've also been watching Doctor Who, the 2005 version, and I'm also planning on watching Air Gear, probably started by the time you're seeing this video. And then there's my most obvious hobbies, YouTube and Newgrounds. I will say, I have not been the best content creator this year. I have also not been the best person this year, but that's a topic for another day. I barely met the standards that I set for myself this year regarding this channel. These standards don't come from any particular person who makes content that I see and they are doing so much better than me. No, my standards aren't set by statistics. They're set by my knowledge of what I know I'm capable of and me constantly wanting to improve and be better. I do not know if any of you have noticed, but in my last few videos, I have made a bunch of little mistakes that I am not proud of, like a missing sound effect here, poor timing there. They don't make or break the experience, but the fact that they exist and will exist permanently does drive me a little bit insane. Now, of course, the videos that these mistakes are in are big videos, and the bigger a video gets in production, the harder it is to check to make sure that everything is perfect, but still, it's something that I genuinely hate. I really should have been better with. My videos are polished to the standards that I want, but man, I could have done so much better with certain things. I promise I'm going to get better next year. I do have one final video planned for this year. It's a gaming video. It's going to be a linear story-driven game, and it's going to be very interesting to make. I haven't made a video like that since Ruiner. That was a while ago. I've kind of been ducking story-driven games because they're the kind of videos that you can only really make once, and I wanted to get more confident with editing because with roguelike games and fighting games and racing games, you can make as many videos as you want. I don't know if I will make any more videos this year after that. I don't even know what the rest of the year is going to be like, but let's just see what happens. What I'm really hoping for is to get in touch with more creatives and content creators who want to make stuff with me, and vice versa. I'm really hoping that works out. Here is what I can promise, regardless of whatever happens. I am never going to stop making YouTube videos and just content in general. I love this stuff. I really enjoy the creative process. It's the best part of making these kinds of things. Well, not videos like the one you're watching. This is very low effort, but I mean just in general. Every video that I have made so far has presented a brand new creative challenge to overcome, and I would not have it any other way. I am genuinely getting better at this, and overall, while I don't believe I have met my own expectations for this year, if I went back in time and told my past self that I would have 200 subscribers and have fully edited videos of topics that he would have loved, I don't even think I would believe myself. Don't think that your support has gone unnoticed. I have noticed. I'm just not good at bringing it up most of the time. I don't really focus on the numbers as much as I focus on authenticity and legacy. When I am compelled by forces beyond my control to inevitably stop making these things, I need to have a reason for why I even did it in the first place. And that's something that a lot of content creators that are successful can't really say that they have, beyond just the money, which will all go away once they are compelled by forces beyond their control to stop. At least when I'm gone, I will leave behind a gigantic, creative, glorified time capsule for me and other people to look at, and who knows, maybe I'll inspire other people to do what I did, but that's just a side objective. I'm doing this primarily for myself. With that being said, that's all I really have to ramble about for the time being. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have an amazing day/night, and I will see you not anytime soon with a really well-edited gaming video.